Hello everybody, how's it going? Hope you all doing okay. So, what do we have here is my experimental board here. We got 3 pedals. This is a guitar cabinet simulator. This is a distortion pedal for guitar, of course. And this particular one is it's called the bass blender, made by ALP Custom Pedal. So what it does is it split my bass signals into 3. So one is clean signals, and the other one is guitar cabinet simulator and this distortion pedal. And as you can see here, the distortion pedal, it's a little bit of cabinet simulator going on. So we essentially have probably like 3 amps, a simulation, with one being just a clean bass signal, of course. So let's hear what it does to my tone. Oh yes, of course my bass is a Sire M2 5-string. It's already been modified with 2-band EQ and a passive tone control. And right now it have a little bit of bass boost. Treble is set flat and the passive tone is only 75%. Just to remove the edge of this very new bass strings, SIT foundation stainless steel. Right now you cannot hear anything because, as you can see, this set to off position. Let's hear the clean bass signal. I haven't mentioned before, but all signals are in parallel, so you can adjust the amount of signals with these knobs, and with these on-off switches you can bring the signals in or out. So these ones control the clean signal. So you can control how much the signal is going. So that's only the clean signals. Now let's bring in our distortion pedal. With this knob right here, we can adjust how much the distortion is going on to the signal chain. So for now, let's just set it right here. Now for the other signal, let's turn off the distortion. This is a guitar cabinet simulator. Why I use a guitar cabsim on bass? Well, let's hear it in a second. Well, for example, let's just turn the other signal off and just leave the guitar cabsim on. So as you can hear, there is not much of low end since this is a guitar cabsim. But if we combine it with the clean sound, so it brings some of the detail, some of the punch to the mid range. And if we combine it with the distortion signal, Also, I need to mention that in this pancake cable here on the distortion pedal, I put a high pass filter to remove the low end from my bass, because my bass is active, so it sends a lot of low end that makes this distortion pedal sounds like fuzz, which is I don't want. So by with putting the high pass filter, passive of course, in this tiny pancake head jack, I'm able to control the low end. So if we hear it just the distortion pedal by itself, so since distortion pedal is cutting low end anyway, but I need to control it further, so that's where I put a 15k resistor and 22 nanofarad capacitor, I think, just to cut the low end around 500 hertz. That is probably not the exact frequency, because interacting with the circuit pedal probably causing the circuit to behave in a different way, so probably not exactly 500 hertz, but at least we're cutting some of the low end. So that's the distortion pedal by itself. Let's add in the signals one by one. Actually, that's not sounds too bad, the guitar cabsim and the distortion pedal. If you're using 4-string bass, that's probably enough. But since we have a 5-string bass, then we need that extended low end. Now let's turn on the signals and bring the clean signals. So what you are hearing now is a 3 signals in parallel, like clean bass sounds, this guitar cabsim and this distortion pedal. Yep. So that's how it sounds like. So you can possibly put other pedals to experiment further with your bass sounds, but this one, that's what I have here. Probably I'm gonna put a guitar multi effects, to even further experiment with the sound. Yeah, you can basically put anything. This pedal, the ALP bass blender hill, is probably similar with the Sonic Cake Portal or OBNE signal blenders, because the principle is the same. It splits one signals into 3 and it combine it again into one signal. A splitter blender. So you might want to look those two. The difference is this one doesn't have a phase switch, so this is just an off switch to bring the signals in and out. Yep, I think that's the video for today. I hope it will be useful for you in finding your own bass sounds. See you in the next video. Cheers.